What's up, Kabroda crew? Welcome back to our live stream. Hope you all are doing well. It's a little warmer here this week, so we got about 60 or so outside. So we're out of our winter storm that we had going through Texas for a little bit, last week or so. So yeah, nice to warm up a little bit. Yeah, just nice to get out of that cold weather. It's getting a little too chilly, Yeah, hopefully get some live trading today. We'll see how the session kind of plays out here. See what kind of things we can get going. It's not looking super promising on the chart, but we'll see as we kind of go on. See what we kind of got going through. As we jump in, kind of run through a little bit of everything, run through yesterday, and then kind of move on, kind of check out what we got today, what's going on. Won't do a huge recap of yesterday. If you're interested in kind of watching that recap, we do have a video coming out at 10 about yesterday, like different trades we were looking at, how the battle box performed, what it was kind of looking for, stuff like that. If you don't know, the battle box is our indicator basically that we've developed, so you can go ahead and check it out. We have a link in the description. Go check out our site. It's all on there. But yeah, we're going to be basically demoing it in the live, so if you want to stick around, I guess, and just kind of check it out, see if you even think it's cool or anything like that. But yeah, there's a link in the description if you're interested in checking out at any point in this video. Yeah, let's just kind of jump right into it. So we got Streammaker here, Terry's here, Dawson's here. So what's up, guys? Welcome to our live stream. Glad y'all can make it this morning. Looks like we have another person, but they have not said anything in chat. Streetmaker said, "Bearish or bullish, just show me the money." Yeah, I wish. I mean, yeah, if we could go, if we could move, we could get some money. But yeah, like I said, it's not looking too promising, so we can kind of jump in and see why. But this is yesterday's trade, so we were kind of looking. Initially, I thought, it's going to break down, so we were kind of watching it, watching for that breakdown here. Never got the breakdown. Excuse me. And then we actually flipped, and it started to almost look like, oh, we're actually going to break up. And where it's sitting, there's a decent amount of support and resistance, kind of in a channel almost. And with the upside, if it breaks up, there's not a whole lot of resistance above, so it has a decent amount of run room there. But with the downside, it's kind of the same thing. We were about to run down to our daily support down here at 74,600 area. That was kind of what we were looking for. Didn't end up getting either trade. It kind of just sat sideways all day. Definitely kind of faked you out here on the top, but we weren't too convinced with that one. So yeah, really nothing yesterday. It was looking promising, but it just never actually fired off, never showed us any kind of entry or anything like that, so we never jumped in. Yeah, just really nothing. So that was kind of yesterday's price action. So like I said, if you want to see a little more in-depth view of kind of what happened, go check it out in our recap. That comes out at 10. If you want to make sure you get it, just make sure you subscribe and like our video, hit that bell notification. That'll get you a little notification whenever that video does come out, and any of our future ones, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete these here. Oops, what's this button do? Oh, interesting. We'll just delete that. Alright, so starting off with a brand new day. All of our lines are kind of all over. This is off for whatever reason. All of our lines are kind of all over, so we're going to go ahead and go to our website and start up a new day. Get the lines changed around for today. So we'll head on over to Kabroda.com. This is what our website looks like. You can go ahead and head to session control. If you're one of our members on our website, head to session control. It'll open up just like this. You got our coin that we're trading and the session that we're trading in. We do have a couple different coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Doge, all of those. So if you're interested in trading some of the different ones, you can click the little drop down here. It'll drop down a menu and you can pick one. For whatever reason, the live never will show it. So I actually have it down right now, but you can't see it. And then if you don't want to trade the New York futures session, you can go ahead and switch that as well. We have New York equity, London, Tokyo, Sydney, all of those. So pick your asset that you want to trade and also your session. And for the live stream, this is for right now, really. We're looking at the New York futures session, and we're going to be trading Bitcoin mostly during the live. Down here is just kind of a little breakdown of the session that you picked and when you should kind of be doing different steps of the process. So 7:30 is when the market opens. 7:30 to 8 is kind of when you're kind of getting ready, getting your coffee, sitting down kind of thing. Once it's 8 o'clock, the button will open up. You're good to hit the button, and we can go ahead and get our lines in our chart and see what's kind of happening for the day. So it's past 8, so we'll go ahead and hit our initiate calibration button. All these fields down here will populate now. So we got our daily resistance, breakdown trigger, breakout trigger, breakdown trigger, and our daily support all down here now. And you can copy these and put them into your chart if you want. But we do have an indicator on our site as well that you can just hit this copy indicator button and go back to your chart and go ahead and drop it right into our indicator. So mine's right there. Go ahead and copy all of that and paste our new stuff, and it will change all your lines around. It really didn't change that much, so it must be pretty close. Make sure we got them. Get that, and then recopy them, repaste them. Yeah, okay, it really didn't change. That was pretty crazy. Didn't change like almost at all. I guess our daily resistance moved out of the lines. That's one thing. Our daily support level came up quite a bit. But as for the breakout level, it stayed about the same. And then the breakdown level down here is, these just got kind of tighter, really. But yeah, I don't know. Price action not looking great today. We got our daily resistance right here, right above the breakout zone. So if we do get to breakout, it's like right there, right above it. And then same kind of with the downside down here. If we break down, it's kind of looking the same, really. So we got the daily support like right under wherever the breakdown level is, right here in purple. We're gonna go ahead and throw this in here too. Change that up a little bit. That's probably not gonna do very much. But yeah, not looking too much. Mostly just kind of a chop day sideways overall. We could break it down a little bit more as we jump into it with the live, but that's kind of the basics of the battle box. Is kind of what it's telling us today, is that we got a chop day going on. We're looking to just trade sideways really most of the day. So nothing crazy, nothing super exciting or anything like that. Not any kind of like trades about to fire off or anything. For our system mostly, and our system does pop, but it's just not a good trading day. So if you're into like real small scalps, you probably will be able to find something today. But most systems probably gonna be pretty boring today, just because it's mostly sideways. So yeah, we'll jump on over, start up the actual battle box here on our website. So if you go back to our website here, Kabroda.com, And we've already set up our session. Go ahead and launch this battle box. So this green button right here is our launch battle box AI. That'll launch our new AI. If you just click on it once, it'll copy the code. But we're going to go to the terminal. So actually open up AI and check it out. And this is our battle box AI here. So it's basically our AI that we built to run alongside the system that we built. It's kind of just there to help you kind of learn a little bit, well, mostly it just helps you learn kind of like what you're looking at with the battle box. It's to help you kind of see what's the value of having each of the lines, see what is the point of, you know, just pretty much everything for the day, and then also kind of see, well, like what's the trades we're looking at today, and what should my mindset be, and how should I be thinking about this, what should I be looking for, what should I not be looking for. That's all the kind of stuff that we're looking at for today with the BattleBox AI here. So first up, then this kind of, whenever you put in the code, it'll just throw out a what we call a DMR, which is a daily market recap. So we got our market snapshot here, we got our daily bias. Below that, higher time frames, price map. So this is kind of where you can see the different levels and like their meanings, how price is likely to behave today, different trade ideas that fit today's structure. So things you could do if you're looking to just take something, and what to avoid, and then also your mindset check, which is kind of just like based off of everything that we talked about, like what's going on today. We're gonna do, this is how you should be like kind of in the mind, like what mindset you should kind of have, like what are you thinking about, what are you looking for, stuff like that. So that's what you should be watching on that trader mindset check. For today though, we're trading around that 78,305 level. We're inside the 30-minute working range. The range is near the middle positioning trends to produce selection before it produces momentum, because price is still deciding whether it belongs back towards value or needs to escape it. With 14 ATR around 221 points, you should expect that meaningful movement usually requires a clear reason. Otherwise, the day can chop around a few $100s and punish impatience. So that's kind of what we were saying, you know, already about our kind of just overall. That's just kind of what that's what we were saying. It's just that we're just gonna kind of run sideways, looking for a lot of that chop. It's not really looking, I'm gonna break up, break down, anything like that, as of right now at least. Supermaker said, nice to have a trading plan, nice to know what I should be looking for with the levels. Yep, yeah, that's the whole point of our BattleBox AI here, is just to help you kind of see what's going on, see what see what you want to do with today, and see what you can do with today, really. And it's all built out of our system, so if you're using our system to trade, that's kind of the idea, is that it will be able to show you like that. Supermaker says, make sure you hit that like button. Today, the daily bias is a short lean, so we've kind of been in a like I said yesterday, we're kind of in like the middle really right now. I would say we're leaning more short, just in general on the chart, but we still have that upside too. So we're kind of in a zone where we could bounce here and we could take off to the upside. We get a pretty decent move if we do that, or we could continue lower. 70, I think we were looking at 77, 76, something like that yesterday. So could drop lower again. We'll see as we move on. If we look at the chart, we could be forming a sort of excuse me, could be forming a sort of head and shoulders down here, with this being the shoulder. Let me draw it on here. We got shoulder, head, shoulder. So if that was the case, we need to drop down again a little bit before we come back up, kind of sitting at that neckline. That'll also mean that that resistance line right there, the daily resistance actually today in the red, is basically our neckline for our head and shoulders. So we'd be looking for This to be the shoulder, that's the head, and then you're seeing another shoulder kind of forming here. But like I said, we would need to drop a little bit down before we come back up and go through the neckline to make sure that that is in fact head and shoulders. So just based off of that pattern, that's kind of what we'd be looking at. But yeah, overall it is looking a little more short, so that for the intraday that could be good because that could bring us down a little bit. We'll see how much farther we go down, but as of right now though, if we were to take a direction today, more than likely it's going to be that short day, but honestly it's not looking super likely that we're going to get anything of the sort today. Spiritmaker says we need to get day to backtest and build up. Oh, good day to backtest and build up to trading knowledge. Oh yeah, yep. So, and that's kind of what you do on the off days. You know, it's kind of just hang out, kind of watch the charts if you can, check it out. You can talk to the AI, learn a little bit, watch some of our videos, stuff like that. All of that just helps you learn, get a little better. So that way when the market is moving, you know what you're doing, you know where you're looking for it, that kind of thing. Alright, so on the higher time frame picture today, the 4-hour environment is still in a range, not a trend. That means clean continuation is less common than rotation and a rejection, especially around the value boundaries. The weekly force reading is bearish, so like we were kind of saying, it's definitely looking more to the bearish side here, which can add natural pressure, but because the 4 hours trending, that pressure often expresses itself as lower highs and capped rallies rather than a straight line sell. So yeah, I mean, that, I guess that means what it means, you know. We're looking to kind of drop down, as that's the pressure is kind of just looking to continue us down a little bit here. Yeah, really looking for that short, like I was saying. On the 1 hour, and we can kind of look at these as we go. So that 4 hour, this is what that 4 hour kind of looks like. So you can kind of see the head and shoulders on here. It's not quite as nice. Maybe on this one we'd be looking for a little bit of a small, like, technically it's Adam and Eve, but I guess it'd be Eve and then Adam on this. But I guess that's probably jumping a little too much into patterns for how we're trading, but just based off of the movement right here, yeah, the 4 hour, that's kind of what we're looking for, is that continuation of that bear trend. And we are in a bear trend because if you look at like zoom out a little bit and kind of look at it, typically you see kind of like a bear trend like this, and then technically when you break above this, you're showing signs of a possible reversal here. But we have to come back, retest it, and actually hold the trend line. So our trend line right now is that bearish line, and we have broken through it, so that's good there, but we need to come back and retest it, and if we can't hold that, then we'll drop down lower. So and that could be, like we were saying, you know, that's another sign right there that we got that left side, the head, and then we'll come down, retest it there, and break back up. So possible head and shoulders still there, but you know, we need to retest it and we need to hold it before that can even matter. Spiritmaker says, fun fact, did you know that 365 days the BTC chart only moves for a trade about 182 and a half days? That's about 50%. Nice. It's interesting. That's about what we trade probably. Seems like a lot of times though, you know, we're on the live and we're not in that 50%, you know. But yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at here on the 4 hour. So moving on to that 1 hour. In that 1 hour, the shelves are clean and symmetrical. Resistance at 79,075, so 79,075 around the daily resistance zone, and the support 77,942, basically right here in this blue dash line on the daily support there. Both with moderate strength of 0.6. That means that neither of them are really like drawing price action. So If they're both the same strength score, then really you're not really seeing price kind of trading towards one or the other. It's not like pulling price towards one or the other, I guess. You could see it trade there and then break down or whatever, but it's not like actively trying to pull it towards those levels. Shelves are not trade signals by themselves, they are truth tests. If price cannot accept above the 1 hour resistance shelf, rallies tend to revert back into value. If price cannot hold above the 1 hour support shelf, dips can stretch into liquidation style moves. Until one shelf is accepted or rejected with clarity, the most likely environment is still range behavior. So we're still kind of bouncing between the support and the resistance here on the 1 hour. Until we get that break below or above, we're not really looking for a trade. Like I said, still thinking that we're going to break down through this breakdown level, just based off of everything else. And even that's kind of what the battle box is saying. That's what more likely is going to happen. It's not 100% accurate that we're going to do that. So we'll just have to watch charts, see what happens. Really, we're looking for that kind of rotational behavior. Just you come down, you hit the bottom here and break back up. Maybe you don't come all the way up, but you come up a little bit and then break down, hit the bottom, bounce off, and you're kind of just chopping back and forth, you know. That's why we call it chop, just kind of like price action, just like that, until we get a break through one of the lines. And we could just be like break, and then tomorrow we just break, boom, break down. That's kind of what we're looking for to happen. And it could be the other way, you know. You could break, and then break up. But that's what we're looking for today. It's just kind of that chop action. It's not really looking like anything special. No kind of crazy trades either way, really. Just kind of some chop action to the side. We'll skip the price map section. So today we're likely to behave. I mean, we kind of talked about this already. It's just really looking more of that sideways kind of behavior. We're not looking for any kind of like crazy moves. It's just that rotational behavior. Like I said, when we got the breakout in the breakdown zones right here, and you got the support and resistance like right next to them, you're not going to see any kind of movement. Typically, you're going to see a lot of just chop sideways, chop up, down, just staying kind of in between the two. And typically what our system is, if you don't know or are new here, it's that breakout zone. So if you get the breakout, 2 candle closes on the 15 and then a 5-minute retest back to your breakout zone, that's kind of where you'll jump in and take the trade to the upside, or the downside, depending on which way you're hitting the break and the candle closes. So really, not really a trade unless we get the break above or below the breakdown levels, and then, you know, the 2 candle closes. Like I said, you could jump in on the 5-minute retest and you'll be off to the races. But it's not super likely that we're going to get those today, like we said. So no sense in jumping into anything. You know, as traders, our job is really just to follow the system. So if you have your system, that's great. If you don't have a system, you probably need to go find one. Because yeah, the whole point of trading is you're just following a system. I mean, you're really almost just being stupid. Like you just say, okay, you know, these are my conditions, and then you sit here and you wait, and then your conditions got met. Okay, well, we'll take a trade, and we'll take it to this side because that's what the conditions said. And you take it, and then you're like, all right, well, my conditions say to get out, so I sell my trade, and that's really all you have to do. Until that happens, you're just sitting around waiting for the 15-minute close below the trigger due to it being a choppy day. I think so. 15-minute close below the trigger. You're looking for the 15-minute closes below Well, see, normally it'd be the trigger, but with how the price action is today, I would say you really need to kind of break down below this daily support and get 2 closes below. Because see, we kind of already got the 2 closes here on the 15. Oh, this is a 1 hour. Got the 2 closes. Definitely got the 2 closes in on the 15-minute here below the breakdown level. So we got the 2 closes, and then we really started to get that retest. And technically that would be a down trade, but like I was saying, you really need that breakdown below the daily support level here, because that's more of the actual breakdown level for today, just because of how close it is to the breakdown level of the system. That's where I would go. Marcus says chop, that means it's time to go wake surfing. Yeah. Yep. If it's warm enough for you, right, you can definitely go wake surfing. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot to do today. It's just really chop. It's the kind of thing, you know, you turn your computer on, you check every day. When it looks like this, it's better. You're better off just kind of just be like, all right, cool. I guess I'm not trading today. You know, like you don't need to try to force anything. You don't need to try to jump into anything. You just take the trade if that's what's there. If it's not there, then you just turn the computer off and go do something else. You know. That's kind of what today is. It's just not a great it's just not a great day for it. You know, it's just kind of a sideways, boring day. The Battle Box puts it as your professional response to today's environment should be calm curiosity. You're watching to see whether price can earn the right to expand beyond value. Success today can look like clean restraint, staying edged and mapped behavior around that 78.2 to 78.968 range, and only carrying once the market meets its proof conditions. So yeah, not doing a whole lot, not looking for trades to like jump into that you don't need to be jumping into. You're just sitting around watching price action. If you even care about sitting around, you know, like if you're just feeling like if you're just bored, you might as well just walk away. Like there's really not a whole lot going on the market today. It's just kind of one of those days where you just watch price action if that's what you want to do. You could do some studying, like Spirit Maker was saying, on the different on charting for one, or just on watching some different videos on just making yourself basically a better trader, learning more about Bitcoin, stuff like that. Or you can just, you know, take the day off basically and go hang out and go wake surfing or do something of the sort, you know. It's just really one of those days you just sit back and don't do anything really. Really you don't even really need to be at your computer, because it's not looking like we're gonna get any kind of firing today. And could we? Yeah, we could. You know, we could. But more than likely, even if you get something, it's not gonna be the greatest move. And I don't mean that by like we won't move very far. I mean that by if we do get a move, it's not gonna be the greatest move, as in like the volume and stuff in it is not gonna be great. So if you were to take it, it'd be I guess high risk, because you're kind of taking the trade without a lot of the kind of factors that we typically look for in there, and that you'd be losing out on that. So that's kind of today. There's not really a lot more to talk about. That's kind of how it is, I guess. We jumped on, we did all our charting, we set up our charts, and that's kind of what we ended up with. It's just, you know, there's really nothing going on, nothing to pique our interest, nothing to wish we could jump into, you know. It's just kind of sitting around waiting for price action to see what it's going to do. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little better, as we kind of jump in, see what the markets are like tomorrow. Typically Wednesday is a little bit of a better trading day in general, just because I don't really know, I guess. It's just kind of how it is. Wednesday is typically a better trading day. The one thing too, I guess, to note as well is typically trade setup is around that 9 or 8:45 to 9 o'clock range. You can kind of see the trade setup for the day. You can read it before that. Like I said, by 8 o'clock you can technically, if you're checking out the chart, you can kind of see like where price action is actually gonna play out through the day, see if you really even want to be sitting here, kind of thing. But by 8:45 is even on like the days that are like today is definitely a day that's like, man, I'm not even gonna be around. But there are days that are like, maybe I might come check it out, you know, like maybe something will fire off, something will happen, maybe we'll get a breakout, maybe we won't. And I mean, obviously that's not today, but there's some days like that, and on those days around 8:45, 9 o'clock is typically when you can kind of see the direction kind of set up, and that's what our predator system that we've been developing is kind of running off of. But yeah, today it's just not one of those days. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a little bit of a better trade tomorrow. We'll be on at 8 o'clock tomorrow. If you want to check out the live stream again, see where we're at, hopefully jump into a trade. Again, we're here for educational purposes only, but we do check out some trades and stuff like that on the charts. So yeah, we'll see what we can jump into, see if there's anything like that running on here. But yeah, for today, that's it for the live stream. Just kind of a little rundown on today's price action, a little snippet, I guess, of today. See where we got. So hopefully that was helpful for y'all. If you have any questions or anything like that, make sure you throw them in the chat. We're always watching our comments and stuff like that. So have any questions on any of our videos that you watch, just throw them into the comments section. We'll go ahead and answer those questions as best we can, try to get back to you, and maybe we'll even answer them with a video, you know. So yeah, just let us know if you have anything like that, maybe even things you'd like to see on the live stream moving forward. But yeah, that's really it for today. So thank y'all for watching. Happy trading to y'all, and we will catch y'all tomorrow.